Look at this beautiful pollinator, not one that we talk about all the time. This is a soldier beetle. That coloring with this ashy sunflower coloring is pretty incredible. This is Helianthus mollis. Definitely a plant that likes sunshine in our experience. And so they are out here in full sun by the road. It's been the patch that's really just held on the best. And we have noticed when you smell them in the sunshine, they smell a lot like chocolate. They're very pretty. We've just got a lot of plants coming on in here. The goldenrods will be in full bloom very soon. It's so exciting. And in the middle of them, look at that big blue stem. Big blue stem is really hardy. It's been quite exciting. Look over here. Steve self-sowed a bunch of self-sowed, like he's a plant. I guess he kind of is. He sowed a bunch of seeds in here with the plants just in the winter. He grabs seeds all the time and he just cross those in different areas. So he just throws them out and then lets them stratify in the soil. And Big Blue Stem has done fantastic. Even with some of these aggressive plants like goldenrods and cup plant, which you all know we fully embrace in most of these areas. We've got dogbane and we've got sawtooth sunflower out here with the ashy sunflower. It's a really sunny spot and a lot of plants just love this. This is the orchard. And I wanted to show you right down here because again, it's just so impressive. This was an area that was just all European grasses, and New England aster, which is not flowering yet. They're so late. Wow. So they came in on their own. The goldenrods came in, and then just into the sod we tucked in the sawtooths. The cup plants have come in on their own. We planted some things out here by the road, but not most of what's here. That all came from from seeds. So a lot of times the plants that we stick in difficult environments, which would be this one because it's droughty, the soil was kind of strange, it's right by the road, it's hot. So a lot of times the plants themselves will fade out, but if we sow the seeds like Steve is doing so many places, this is tall coreopsis, then they do great. And this is such an interesting mix because this is Riddle's goldenrod. And a lot of times you might hear they like it kind of wet. Well, this area is definitely kind of dry. And that's why we've got the Helianthus mollis. They're almost done right there. But check this. This is some of the plugs that I did put into the sod, and it didn't come from seed, and they hung on. So I guess the main lesson there is to just try everything, because we've had luck with both, and we've had a lot of unsuccessful attempts, but we've also had a lot of successful things. So we have Illinois bundleflower, and we have, and look at that, those are the seeds, the seed heads. Gorgorama. This is more Big Blue Stem. This one came from a pot. So in here we've had both seeds and pots. And then this is a great patch of Big Blue Stem. Always walking by her too fast, and then I miss things. And then we have wild senna, also pots. Now the bundle flower, wow, thank you all for letting me do these videos so that I can pay better attention, because look at the bundle flower on this edge. We put one bundle flower in, that one that was up there that was seeded, and they are obviously self-sowing. Wow, how cool. And more senna, and then there's wild bergamot that's already gone to seed. purple coneflower, also gone to seed. This is remarkable because these all were planted into sod, everybody. European grasses that we had just let grow. And look at this. There is some good moisture that flows through here, not at the surface, but if you dig into the soil, you are not going to find a lot of dry soil. Oh my gosh, it is spider time. And I am enamored with spiders. That isn't going to focus, but they're right in the middle. There we go. Ah, looks like probably an argiope. There's so many out here. And they love these thickets of plants. And so we were trying to walk through here the other day to water a couple trees we had planted. And it's just not the right moment because they're in the middle of this, and I started looking at the spider webs and they were every foot. And then the caterpillars were everywhere. Like there is a milkweed tussock, and we were just causing way too much disturbance. Spittle bugs. So there's the time to get into these areas, and for us here, it's not the time. This is American plum, and interestingly, we're not seeing anybody eat these fruits yet. We see a whole bunch of insects use the flowers in the spring, but so far, the fruits aren't being eaten. We are going to have to trim that branch. Joe Pye, same thing. Put in as a plug, spreading, spreading, spreading. Remarkable. I mean, look at this patch of Joe Pye now. So it really goes to show you, keep trying things. I keep reporting on this area as it expands and gets better and better, because a lot of folks said that we couldn't do that we couldn't plant into sod and have it hang on. But that's not what we're seeing right here. There are I'm sure, areas where that's true, but not right here. That's the seed head of Queen of the Prairie. You can see the leaves right there. And then we have common boneset. Remarkable. Look at the big blue stem out there. We didn't put a plant in there. This is so exciting. So we're sticking some plants in different places, and then they are spreading. And I listened to this podcast once, not that long ago, and they were talking about kind of islands, like planting these islands of plants, and then letting the plants and the insects and the birds move them out from there. So you don't have to plant a whole area. Just do parts of it. Spread the islands out, and then the seeds are there, and then they can keep moving. And that's exactly what we're seeing happening. So, very exciting. We did stick this in. Wow. Hibiscus. Wow. So happy. Swamp mallow. Y'all help me. It's early in the day. And I'm just super delighted to see what I am seeing right here, and actually pretty shocked. So again, thank you for helping me see this today as I'm looking for something to share with you. This land restoration stuff seriously works way better than we ever dreamed.